And good morning. Welcome to Today to Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with our odds maker Keith Fustel on a big Friday here at Laurel Park. We'll get to the Stronach 5 real quick. That starts in race 9 today, but yesterday some nice payouts.
Sure.
Yesterday they hit the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. They took it down for a little over $7,600. The late Pick 5, that paid well yesterday as well, so some big payouts on a Thursday yesterday.
That was a few $1,000s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Suarez, right? And just watched three wins
Cal
yesterday.
Lynch with 2 wins,
A couple with the maiden scores for Cal Lynch, and another one there for Lacey, right? Got up.
Short.
Horse was down inside,
Lacey
shifted
won the
out.
feature,
Yep, and got up late in a photo. Phantom shot. Almost got the miracle bob there for our man Clayton back down in the racing office.
Sure. All right, so some good racing yesterday, even better racing today. Let's show you what's going on. We have that big popular national wager, the Stronach 5. It's a $100,000 guaranteed pool this week, and then in the past weeks it's only been $50,000 guarantee, but they've been putting about $150,000, $160,000. I think they put over $170,000 into it last week, so it'll be at least $100,000, be way more than that, probably be somewhere between $150,000 to $200,000 when it's all said and done. It's an industry low 12% takeout on the Stronach 5. That's more money back in your pocket if you hit it. Let's show you the lineup of races today for the Stronach 5. Starts right here, Laurel Park, race 9, 4:35 Eastern Time. Then we go to Gulfstream Park, race 10. Then over to Santa Anita on the West Coast for race 4. Back to Gulfstream, race 11. Then we wrap it up, Golden Gate Fields, race 5. So that's the lineup of races today. If you want to bet the Stronach 5, just say you're betting Laurel Park, race 9. That's the first leg. I have a ticket. We'll show you that later on when we get to race 9. Let's get right to it here for the opener. Let's show you a picture of the main track. We had a nice fast track yesterday. Perfect, fair playing track yesterday,
Absolutely. Right? You could come from anywhere. Very fair all the way throughout that racing card yesterday. The times obviously have ticked up a little bit. Today we got a little breeze coming. We got a little bit of moisture early this morning in the area. That seems to be kind of on its way out here. The wind's going to be, I think, picking up maybe 15, 20 miles an hour later on in the day. And the sun's supposed to peek its head out from what I hear. So let's hope so.
That'd be nice. All right, let's get right to it here in race 1. Race 1 will kick off that rolling super high 5. That has a low 15% takeout, the rolling super high 5. It'll start in race 1. We have it every race with 7 or more horses. So they don't hit it here in the opener. That'll carry over to the next race with 7 or more horses. Also, race 1, we kick off the popular early pick 5. Both your pick 5s, just like the Stronach 5, have that industry low 12% takeout. It's a mandatory payout on this early pick 5 starting in race 1. Let's take a look at my early pick 5 tickets. We have 4. Count them, 4. I believe races 1, 3, 5, and 7 today are maiden claiming $10,000. If you're looking for long shots, those are the races to find your long shots in. It's Carla Morgan Day today here at Laurel Park. Anybody can win these maiden 10s. She has a horse in race 3 that's coming off a layoff that's live. So race 1's a maiden 10. Filly mares 4 and up, a soft group. Going a mile and a 16th, I hit the all button. I'm using all 7, looking for a bomb here in race 1. Race 2, I single on the 8-5 favorite, the 2, the great provider, Trevor McCarthy, aboard. First off the claim for Jamie Ness. Race 3, another maiden 10, Filly mares 4 and up, going 2 turns. I go 5 deep in there. I wanted to hit the all button, just couldn't afford it. I go 5 deep with the 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. Then race 4, another single. I go with the favorite, the 1 swing step, 7-5 with Toledo aboard for Katie Vall. So I'll single. I'll key on the 1 swing step. And then race 5, another maiden 10, 3-year-old filly is going 6 furlongs. I use the 2 favorites in there. The 1 Queens Are Better. We have a video of that filly. I also like the 3 Coquetta for Robbie Bales. So the 2 favorites for me there in race 5. $35 ticket. Let's see if I can get a long shot home here in race 1.
Absolutely. I tell you, to me it looks like a two-horse race, but you get by the 1 and the 5, you're going to probably look at an $18 mutual or even higher
Sure, yep.
when you break it all down. And before we go any further, you got to welcome the guys. I guess the NHC going on today out in
Okay,
Vegas
all right.
this weekend, so maybe we can kind of pass along a price winner to kind of put you in position to make a big score out there in Vegas.
And we're in the mix. Laurel Park's in the
I
mix.
believe they are. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we'll have some big-time national attention for that, and national attention on race 9 for the Stronach 5. It's going to be a big day here this afternoon. Here's our picks for the opener. We both go with the 1, Donna's Delight on top. 9 to 5 morning line. You get the 5-pound apprentice, Kymar Trotman, aboard for Amanda Rawlings, a 4-year-old daughter of Al Flanker. She's 0 for 19. She's not a slam dunk here, but her numbers just look better than the rest of the field where we like the same 4 horses here in race 1.
The situation, this is a tough one. I mean, Donna's Delight, 0 for 19. Animal Lady, 0 for 13. We have now 0 for 18. It's that kind of a field.
Sure.
I default to the 1. She's seen the lead in one of her races. That's good. 1 or 2 of her races. That's good enough for me. She looks like the dominant speed from the inside. Let's hope she can go coast to coast.
It's tough to, and that's why I hit the all button here in my early pick 5 in race 1. I hit the all button on my late pick 5 in race 5. It's tough to honestly. I mean, let's be honest. It's tough to have intelligent opinions in these races.
Yeah.
You got to get creative. I mean, I got kicked out of a $600 late pick 5 ticket January 1st with a horse that run 2 zeros coming off a layoff for a D&W stable. And so I mean, anybody can win these maiden 10s.
Yeah, and that's the situation we're confronted with today. We got another one, I think, on Saturday or Sunday, very similar. But, yeah, can't really give you a whole lot. The figs really aren't there. Animal Lady, maybe the best stayer in the group, but will she get a little weary chasing the likes of Donna's Delight? We have now the class drop. Brittany Scampton, she's going to be trying to save ground every step of the way, and maybe the field will come back to you.
And we'll get a decent price on the 2 we have now. So, yeah, anybody with the 1 and the 5, you'll get a nice price there in race 1. I hit the all button. Let's turn the page here. Race 2, a nice wide open, claiming 8,004 and up. Going 5.5. What a completely different race this is. Some nice horses in here, some well-accomplished, salty campaigners here in race 2. We kick off the early pick 4. You like the early pick 4?
I do.
Let's check out your ticket.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and single the Great Provider. Ran the speed off of its feet last time. Let's hope he can do it again in here. First off the claim, not really a tough jump here for Ness and company. Then we're going to go ahead 1, 5, 6, 7 in the third. A tough little race there. I mean, hey, Mabel, another one of those horses run a lot of races. Still trying to get over the hump. 4th race, we go with the 1 and the 4 swing step, ticker tape parade, and the 5th 1, 5, and 7. I like Foggy Dreams, a little price shot there. I know it's well behind Queens are better, but the track might be a little bit more honest from that day. That source I think will move up second time out, and we'll still escape in an okay price. $12 for the early pick 4.
All right, let's take a look here at the second race. The 2, the Great Provider, my top pick, a 6-year-old son of Orientate. Maryland bred's made almost $300,000. He's a 7-time winner here at Laurel Park. You get the leading rider, Trevor McCarthy, to ride. The last outing late January, that was against Open Nickel Company, won by almost 3 as the heavy favored. Was claimed from the Lacey Gaudette barn that day, now in the Jamie Ness barn. Now, you do have to take note of the comment line here. Vandolph, after that win, he's running right back here within 2 weeks on the raise for a top outfit. So you have to assume everything's okay with the 2, the Great Provider.
And you want to play the games, these trainers. They're running back quickly. Obviously, it's a little precautionary measure there after the last race. Can he make a quick return? We see these people go back in, the barns go back in for horses. Could be a quick little turnaround of profit for this group. Yeah, and with the Great Provider, you always worry about the gate, the gate issues. Rank, you see, unprepared start, awkward break, hit gate start. Doesn't really come out of the gate smoothly, So if he does, though, as I said, there's not even nearly the speed that was in his race last time, and he just whistled after a little anxious moments at the break. I think this is the right spot right back. Obviously, coming back looks like everything checked out okay.
Sure.
He should control it up front if he breaks cleanly. Smart Royalty for Damon. Third off a little bit of a break. It concerns me this horse hasn't really shown as much speed in his last 2 races, but I think he's going back out to his best distance of 5.5. You look at the 2-back race to try in early December. 6th-place finisher came out of that handicap race to come back and run a 70 for open 8,000. I think the move back to 5.5 is good. You're going to see this horse a little bit closer, and you're going to have the chasers chasing the great provider. I think he's the perfect horse to make that run into it.
All right, so we like the same 4 here. The one Big Slick runs first off the claim for Kieran. That horse had a nice win last out against Open Nickel for Engelhart. Now steps up here to the Open 8,000. You have 3 horses running first off the claim here for New Outfits. The one Big Slick, the 2 the Great Provider, and the Potts horse, the 5 Zoo Yorker.
Yeah, and going to the rail horse for Kieran. Kieran trying to pick things up of late, a little bit chilly, but Big Slick, they did the right. They got through the 8 other, and they jammed to the 5. That's what the good connections they do. I think this horse will just save ground every step and make a run into it. He fits here, but I just worry he might not quite get enough set up front. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's turn the page. Nice group there in race 2. Race 3, we're back to a maiden 10 here. Filly mares 4 and up. Same condition here as the opener. We're going a mile and a 16th. I'm 5 deep on my early pick 5 in this race. I used the 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. The 5's my top pick here. Complicated Lady. Angel Suarez had that big day yesterday with 3 winners. He's on this awesome again 4-year-old filly for Farrier. Has been running okay at Charlestown. I say that she's been the beaten favorite for Maiden Nickel her last 2 starts at Charlestown. But she has some early speed. She's going 2 turns today here at Laurel Park. She ran an okay 3rd at this level, at this distance back in early January. She might just get in front with a hot jock and keep on going.
Yeah, quick turnaround. Just ran February the 2nd at Charlestown. I was hanging around late after the races, betting a couple bucks, and actually had that race, believe it or not, carved. That was Dove Houghton. They got the job done. But complicated Lady had a little trouble that day, too. Bumped around the break. Didn't really get a clean trip. Came on late to pick up a piece. Moving back out to a mile and 16 should work. I like the 6, Spooky Tooth, just going for a little bit of a price. Tossed it last off a sloppy sealed surface first off the claim. The other races prior, the mile and 16th race is good enough. I mean, that would win. It was in front of Hey Mabel and caught wide every step of the way. Sure. Just looking for a little bit more price because the money's definitely going to come in on this 7 horse.
Yeah, Hey Mabel, and she doesn't have to win. She's a 5-year-old maiden, 0 for 16, doesn't have much early speed, just kind of hangs around mid-pack and makes a rally and picks up a check. You get Jorge Riaz aboard today for John Salzman Jr. She's the mare to beat in here,
sure.
But she doesn't have to win. This race wide open. The one here, Hard Rockin' Blues. Sheldon Russell been heating up recently. He's on this Great Notion filly for Jason Smith. An okay 4th last out, going short. So she's had 3 races coming off that long layoff, all going short. Now she stretches back out to 2 turns today.
Good thing is she's shown a little bit more life. Okay, off of that long layoff. 3 back, tried the first off the layoff, made a good move, just couldn't hold on. I fear that she's going to get engaged by the 8 Louise. I think these 2 are going to tangle up front and just even the one's breeding looking back a little deeper. Everything's kind of a sprint lean for her. I think she's going to be around a long way, but the 1 and the 8, this might be stretching it at a mile and a 16.
2's live here. There's my girl Carla Morgan with the 2 Wicked Sister, 15-1. She's going to be a big price. Giacomo filly coming off the layoff. She ran a couple okay races last year. And more about that Carla Morgan horse on January 1st. Why not? It was it was a tough beat for 600 with all my friends. We were like 4 or 5 deep in that race, and here comes this Carla Morgan horse that run 2 zeros coming off the layoff. It was first time LASIK, so I should have known. That was the angle for first time LASIK. But I heard Carla liked the horse that day.
Wow.
She liked the horse and bet the horse that day. So good for her. But maybe have a microphone at the paddock. Every trainer's got to give a 20, 30-second sound bite on how their horses are doing coming off the layoff. Maybe have a projected buyer for horses coming off a layoff like that. First time LASIKs. First time LASIKs works. Just ask Bobby Frankel and Buddy Delp.
It's critical. I mean, we're not down there in the barns in the morning with these horses and really not out watching them work. A little information, extra information would never hurt, no doubt about it. Carla Morgan, I think she sat in on some card games down at Colonial Downs back in the day.
She's sharp. She's
Yeah.
sharp. Had 8 wins last year. All right, so race 3.
All right.
I'm 5 deep there. Favorites are suspect. Let's turn the
Okay.
page here. Race 4. That's right. Thanks, guys. Commercial break real quick. Let's get a commercial break. When we come back, today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. That starts in race 4. Late Pick 5. I have a ticket for the late Pick 5. That's a big maiden 10 there in race 5. I have a ticket. We'll take a look right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
Okay, welcome back. No carryover today in the Rainbow Pick 6. They hit it yesterday for a little over 7,600, so we'll start fresh today in that 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 here in race 4. Race 4 also kicks off the middle pick 4, so lots of action here in the 4th race. Let's take a look. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming 5,004 and up, never won 3 lifetime are the conditions. And let's start with the 4. Keith's top pick here, Ticker Tape Parade. Make the rider Ricardo Chappie.
Yeah.
Ricardo Chappie on the 4 Ticker Tape Parade. We have a video spotlight of this horse's last race from December 30th right here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, and it comes out of a pretty solid race, fairly productive race. You're going to catch this horse well back in the pack. The one there under a rating hold, I should say, saving ground. But, just drafted, I thought, too far out of the race. Yeah, there was some speed up front. Maybe the jock thought, a bias. I mean, a duel was going to develop up front. It did not. Candyman Can Do just got the better of the speed there of Road Guard Post, but swings out to the outside and actually finishes okay, finds a little bit of room, and finishes up, willingly, let's call it. But that 14, 15 lengths leaving the 3/8 pole stand in a 6 furlong race, you're rarely going to see horses win from that far back. On that left fleet lay a little concerning, but I go back to the try on the 17th. That was good enough for me. Had a little trouble, was into the race a little bit sooner. I expect that kind of effort today. Going to need to, because Swing Step, the rail horse, is really probably going to have things his own way. Took a little pressure from Patriotic Quest going 7 last time. Yeah, Patriotic Quest, he probably wants to sit. That's probably, he's going to get your best effort sitting just off of it. So Swing Step, I can't let that horse get too far away or he's going to be gone. Turning for home.
So I end up with the favorite on top here. I'm not crazy about the inside post, but I'm pretty sure it's a great big 6-year-old by Not for Love. He's a big horse, right?
Yep.
He can bull his way through traffic there with Toledo. He has a little early speed. Should get a nice stalking trip. In good form right now. Katie keeps him at this level. So I'll go with the favorite on top. I like the 4 a little bit. We both like the 5 as well. Accusing. You get Trevor McCarthy here on the 5, Accusing, second off the claim for Farrier. Horse ran an okay 4th last out behind the sharp winner runabout that day. So McCarthy stays aboard, and we'll get a decent price here on the 5 Accusing.
Horse just looks like he's lost a little bit of speed of late. Going to try to wake things up going back to the 6 furlong distance. You go back in the page, it's been a long time, okay? This horse, sprinting is not his game, okay? He's made middle moves at the mile distance. Going to need Trevor to really kind of work on this horse to get him there. Yep.
All right, so we like the same 4 horses there in the 4th. Let's turn the page here. Race 5 kicks off the late pick 5. No carryover. They hit it yesterday. It paid well again yesterday. As always, we have that industry low 12% takeout on both your pick 5s here at Laurel and the Stronach 5. We have that low 12% takeout. Let's take a look here at my late pick 5 ticket. Race 5's a maiden 10,000. 3-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs. There's 9 horses in here. Scratch the 4, Kate and Jillian. I hit the all button in here. All the favorites are beatable, so I hit the all button looking for a blow-up horse here in race 5. Race 6, I guess go 2 deep there. The 1, Bellantonic, sharp winner last out. And the 3, Jazzy Jutter for trainer Mike Gorham. 7th race, that's a maiden 10. I just go with the 2 favorites in there, the 2 Calaveras and the 5 Jagger Baby. Yeah, I couldn't afford to hit the all button there. So I just go with the 2 favorites in race 7. Race 8, nice starter allowance feature of the day, going a mile. My best bet of the day is in race 8. That's the 5, Crush It. A Not For Love 4-year-old for Mary Epler. Crush It in very good form right now. I'll single on the 5 in race 8. Then race 9, I go with the 1-3, the 1 Holiday Magician, and the 3, Given a Chance for Claudio. My 2 picks there in race 9. So a $36 late pick 5 ticket starting here in the 5th race. Let's take a look. We have a big 9-horse field here in race 5. Maiden claiming 10,000 3-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs. I have the 1 on top. Do you have the 1 on top as well?
I go 5-1.
5-1.
5-1, 7-3. Same horses again. I mean, it's that kind of card, ladies. It's not like, we were cheating off each other.
Right.
It's kind of a process of elimination. This is what we kind of wound up with.
Well, let's start with the 1, the 9-5 favorite here. Queens Are Better. That's going to be my top pick here in race 5. We have a video spotlight of her last race, late January, right here at Laurel Park against Maiden 16,000.
Big improvement. You really see the number. A 10, 3 races back, a bar to 34, and then boom, up to a 46 over a fast track. Decent sized field, and what I like is Queens Are Better was able to kind of rake kindly on the lead, but the key to that probably was that opening quarter. A little bit pedestrian-like, Stan, when you really break it down the way this track has been on the quicker side. 23 flat, got away with it. Game to the wire, had plenty left in the tank, but a little bit better firster here. Starting Tour got the job done for Gary Cap, a horse that was bet down to 2-1 that day. But Queens Are Better, well clear of the rest. 12 in front of Foggy Dreams, who's back in against her this afternoon. Queens Are Better. She's going to have to. I think she may have to rate a little bit off of it. We'll see, because the 5, Allison K, my top selection, comes out of a race. Look at that, 22-2 sloppy sealed track. She might be a little bit quicker, and with that rail breaking, you got to come out cleanly.
Sure.
I think the 5 might be the one to catch in race 5. I like the 1, definitely love the improvement, and I think the 7's going to be a little bit closer. That track, the way it just kind of held speed that day, hurt her. She'll improve second time out here for Hammy Smith.
Sure. All right. So the 1, the brake's going to be the key.
Yeah.
This filly got better when they took the blinkers off 2 starts ago.
Yep.
That really
Good
stepped
catch.
up her game. So Yomar Ortiz is going to have to get a sharp break on the 1. Queens Are Better. I like the 5, Allison K. We both like the 3 here, Coquetta for Robbie Bales. Good second at this level, last out. Caramanos gets aboard today. This filly has enough early speed to put herself in a good early spot, get a nice stalking trip here. The 3, Coquetta, I think she's live for Robbie Bales.
No doubt. I think the connection's clearly, 7 furlongs a mile, maybe just a touch too much for this 3-year-old filly by 2 steps off. So had a much better kick. Got a good setup last time, no doubt about it, sat off the duel. But I like the move that this horse made from mid-turn up the mid-stretch. Just couldn't quite overtake or get, outdo Trimmed in Gray. But that was an improved effort. 6 furlongs, 5.5. That's where this filly wants to be.
So those are the 4 that we like in race 5. All the other ones are live as well. The 2, Broken Hobbles, a first-time starter for Robin Graham, Lasix in debut. Let's see, the 6, Haitian Queen for Linda Albert. Good barn, okay.
A barn that's pulled off some shockers in the past.
The barn,
no
I
doubt.
always like Linda Albert. She had the long shot winner last Friday to kick off the Stronach 5. This filly's a bum, but the trainers is top notch. So the 6, Haitian Queen's live. Foggy Dreams definitely live for Hammy, second time starter. The 8, Determined Mission, a first timer for Schoenthal. She's live. The 9, Flirtation Walk, has early speed, might just get in front and keep going. And the 10, Broadway Trooper for Georgia Andriadakis, and the 10-pound Apprentice, decent third at this level last out. She's live at a decent price.
I used this filly, the 10 Broadway Trooper, last time at 14-1, and had to work through a little bit of traffic from about the quarter pole to the wire. Draws outside, circling move might get the job done. I definitely going to use this horse underneath in exactas. In the 8, real question mark here. Schoenthal, does good work. The one thing he's struggled with a little bit is straight 3-year-old first-time starters looking back. It hasn't been his game. But Lasix goes on. It's a $30,000 purchase, in for 10. This horse is half the expedited vision. Okay, that horse 4 for 11 made 120,000.
Sure.
So that might be your sneaky little upsetter here. Tab the tote, if a little play comes in on Schoenthal's runner.
All right, so wide open maiden 10 there in race 5. Let's turn the page. Race 6. will kick off the late pick 4 here in race 6. We're going 7 furlongs, claiming 16,000 filly mares 4 and up. Never won 3 lifetime. I have the 1 on top. You like the 1. Let's start right there. The 1, Bell and Tonic, had a real sharp win last out. First off the claim for Dale Capuano. Dale's rolling already here in 2019. You have a nice stat here for Dale Cap and Bell and Tonic.
Yeah, last 2 years, 12 for 31. That's 39%. A pretty good clip, I would say. And 18 for 31 in the money. Dirt runners off of a win and off of a top fig. This horse is doing that, $2.87. Kind of 2 moves in its last race as well, and was able to kind of grind out a victory over a next-out winner in Ragtop Cal Lynch runner. But Bell and Tonic, I think 7 furlongs is going to be perfect. Doesn't have a ton of speed, but you might see a little bit more second time in Dale's barn. I think the horse to beat and the horse to catch is on the outside, the 7. Castle Ridge, first time off the claim, holds the level, chewed up in a little bit of a pace battle. She'll clear, but gave way late. I think it's 7 furlongs, draw to the outside. I think Castle Ridge for Jerry Robb can control it and take them coast to coast.
She had a nice win, wire to wire in the mud at Keeneland last October. You stopped after a fast pace last out. 7 furlongs, maybe a little bit of a question mark. I use her. She'll get a nice trip on the outside with the X-Man for Jerry Robb. The 3 I use in my exacta here, Jazzy Jutter for Mike Gorham. Sheldon Russell will ride the 6-year-old mare. And she had a nice win here at Laurel Park last November against 16,000 2 Life, 60 buyer that day. That was in the Jerry Englehart barn. Then had a little time off, came back for Mike Gorham against Better Company, starter allowance on February 1st. That race just too tough. She had a wide trip that day, but now runs back in 7 days, second off the layoff, second in the Mike Gorham barn. We take a drop in class, and Russell stays aboard. So I think the 3 Jazzy Jutter's live here.
Yeah, this is a horse that went over to the sale at Timonium.
Okay.
After that win, cruised up 5 wide, yes, handily. She pulled up pretty quick through the gallop out, and as entered back, went to the sale, comes back. I expected a little bit more punch even out of that race last time. We didn't get it. Dropping back down to this level should certainly help the chances of Jazzy Jutter.
All right, it's a nice race there to kick off the late pick 4. Let's turn the page here. Race 7 starts the final pick 3 of the day. It's a wide open maiden, 10,000 for 3-year-old fillies, going 6 furlongs. Scratch the 3 and the 4 here in race 7. My price play of the day, the 5 Jagger Baby, Trevor McCarthy on this filly for Jamie Nass, 4-1 morning line. She gets blinkers on today. A little disappointing last out. It was second off the layoff to drop into the maiden 10. She was 3-1 that day. Had a wide journey and just didn't run very well at all. She's going to have to do better today. The blinkers go on. Maybe that'll improve her early focus. She gets McCarthy and Ness are 20% together. So I'll take a shot here at the 5 Jagger Baby.
And you have a little bit of an idea. The horses out of that trimmed and gray race come, running a little bit earlier in the card, see how they do, and key up against those runners. I think Calaveras, the 2-horse, I think is going to be the favorite off of the Penn race. Was down inside, faded very late. Dead on the rail that night, going back through the charts. Didn't seem like it was the place to be. A lot of times it was, the comments were, took the lead, stayed off the inside. This horse was down inside the whole way. Double key race. Calaveras, I think, doesn't necessarily need the lead. Going to be the one to beat. I'll take a shot that the 9 is going to improve, though. First-time blinkers, second career start here for Karen McGee, a horse that took play in that trimmed-in gray race on January the 1st. Really didn't fire at all, broke a little slow, just kind of plodded around the racetrack. By a stallion, it's getting runners to win early. Okay,
Flashback.
yeah, and this horse is a half to deep red. It was a pretty nice mare in her own right. So place for raids. Let's hope the wake-up call comes with the blinkers.
Yeah, came back with a nice bullet, 5 furlong workout. Gets blinkers on. I didn't use her, but she's live here for Top Connections. Let's turn the page. We got to get to the Stronach 5, but real quick, race 8 will kick off the late daily double. We're going a flat mile here in race 8. Nice 25,000 starter allowance, 4 and up. Never won 3. That's the condition. We both like the 7 here. We both have a 5-7. Let's start with the 5. Crush It, our top pick. I made Crush It my best bet of the day. Had 2 wins in a row here this past winter at Laurel Park, and then a good second at this level last out. Jorge Riaz back aboard for Mary Epler. This looks like a nice 4-year-old, not for love, that's going to do well in these starter allowance conditions and hopefully go on to bigger and better things after he gets that confidence up.
Yeah, consistent type. He's really run well, stretched out, handled that no problem. Perfect trip last time. Just Tattooed ran off the screen. We're going to see him later on in the weekend. Tattooed with an 84 winning buyer that day. I like the tactability of Crush It. He's going to have a target and special intention. Reported first time gelding to 4. I think that horse is your horse that's going to, make the pace and last longer today. Totalitario, though, for Kieran McGee, first off the claim. This is a horse that's kind of on a roll right now. Has flourished when stretching out to the mile in the 16th. Yep. Horse that you really have to keep after. We got a video, right, of his most recent start?
Yep, we have it.
That'd be great. Okay, thanks, guys. And just kind of sat off of a contested early pace last time here on January the 25th on a fast track. 12-5 non-winners and 2 in life. And you see he gets clear past the 3/8 to the 5/16, almost starts loafing a little bit, Stan, and you're familiar with this. You get on horses in the morning. Sometimes they get out there, they want some competition. Finally, some comes in the rearview mirror, and Carrasco all over this guy here from the final 3/16 of a mile. He's going to go ahead, back out, and widen. You need a strong rider. Obviously, you got Trevor. That's going to work. Right. This horse on the improve looks like the main threat to the 5. Crush It.
Sure, yeah, I like him. Might be a real nice claim for Kieran. So cold 5-7. We both like the 4 as well. Special intentions, a first-time gelding today for trainer Mark Reed. A well-bred 5-year-old son of Medaglia de Oro. Took him a while to geld him, but he could be a whole different ball game now.
Got some speed, and I think he's going to be able to kind of separate from this field early. He can handle the distance. So if that was the key there, first-time gelding, this horse is going to be around a long, long way.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 9 is going to have a lot of national attention on it. It kicks off that popular national wager. The Stronach 5 starts in race 9 today at Laurel Park. It's a $100,000 guaranteed pool this week. They've been putting over $150,000 into it every week. Has that industry low 12% takeout. The Stronach 5 does. That's more money back in your pocket when you hit it. Let's take a look at the lineup of races. Okay, starts Laurel Park, race 9. That's going to go off about 4:35 Eastern time. Second leg, Gulfstream Park, race 10. Then out to Santa Anita for race 4. Back to Gulfstream, race 11. We wrap it up at Golden Gate Fields, race 5. I have a ticket. Let's take a look. Remember, it's a $1 minimum play for the Stronach 5. A little harder to hit than those 50-cent multi-race wagers, but you get a bigger payout when you do hit it. And there's my ticket, $72 play. I go 3 deep here at Laurel Park. I use the 1, 3, 9, the 3. Give it a chance, my top pick at 4-1 for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. That'd be a nice price to get home in the first leg. All right, second leg, I just go with the 1, 3, 8. My single, kind of a risky single. I don't like to do singles in maiden races, but I do at Santa Anita. It's a maiden special weight, 6.5 on the turf. I single there on the 2, Magical Gray, 5-2 morning line. And then I go 4 deep. That's a big field at Gulfstream, race 11, going a mile on the turf, claiming 30,000. A big field. I go with the 6, 8, 9, 11. And there's some local connections in that race. You have Trombetta with the 8, Baltic Art. Mary Epler with the 9, Barney Rebel at 12-1. So a couple local horses there.
Barney Rebels run some big races at Gulfstream.
He sure has. Yes. Yeah, he's a nice horse. So all right, then I wrap it up. Golden Gate Fields, race 5. I just go with the 1, 5 there at Golden Gate. You can study my ticket some more. You can study all of our tickets some more on the laurelpark.com website. Underneath the handicapping section, let's take a look here at race 9. Going 7 furlongs, claiming 5,000 filly mares 4 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months, never won 4 the condition. I go with Claudio on top here with the 3. Given a chance, Ricardo Chappie will ride his 4-year-old filly by any given Saturday. A nice, impressive win last out. Going 7 furlongs. She rallied from off the pace that day. She got in front by 3.5. Turning for home, she won by 3 1/4. That was going 7 furlongs on a muddy track. Now the bye buyer came back a little low, only a 45 buyer, but it looked pretty good. Ricardo Chappie back aboard. This filly's a perfect 2 for 2 going 7 furlongs, so I go with the 3, giving a chance on top.
And that could be the key. Holiday Magician, first off the claim, down inside, off a little bit of a layoff. Only tried 7 furlongs once, and this is a horse, when she's been making her moves at 5.5 and 6, it's kind of all out to really kind of do it and go by. You kind of look at her numbers, 57, 57. Oh, looks like automatically she should win it, but I think she's going to have to work for it if she does. I like your horse, give it a chance. My top selection, I'm going to go to the outside with a 9, Preston's Princess. I've seen this move before by Ness off of a layoff, protected with the waiver, dirty up the running line there, okay? Might help the price a little bit. We're not going to get much in this race. Maybe 2-1, 5-2 when it's all said and done on Preston's Princess. But, man, much quicker early than I think the rest of this field. Has battled through some good internal fractions. Going to move up second off the layoff. This horse is around pretty much every step of the way for this combo.
Yeah, you get McCarthy. He'll get a nice trip on the outside. So the 9 definitely live. So we like the same 4 horses here. I go with the 139 on my Stronach 5. The 4 Grease Lightnings live at a decent price with the Bug Rider for Jerry Thurston. A decent third. Last out going 2 turns. I like to cut back to 7 furlongs today.
Yeah, you look at the line there, and that's one time you got to go back and watch races. As a chart caller, you say, well, third behind by 4, second behind by 6, like it was losing a little ground. This horse actually made a pretty good middle move in that race, Stan. Got to the 3/16 pole, just couldn't quite sustain against, I think it was a favorite Sierra Leona. But I think Grease Lightning 7 is going to work, I think. A horse is definitely hard to keep out underneath in your supers, exactas, and tries.
All right, so nice beat nickel for Philly and Mares going 7/8 to kick off the Stronach 5 in race 9 today. That's it. We're out of time. Beautiful weather today for a winter day of racing here at Laurel Park. Dave Rodman's coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.